This video will teach you how to get art naturally, without any fancy knowledge. When you look at an artwork, you're probably thinking, I know nothing about this. Am I even looking at it the right way? If only I knew the deeper meaning of it. Let's take a second and compare those two. Knowing the meaning versus having no clue. Take Napoleon Crossing the Alps by Jacques-Louis David. Look at it. Adrenaline, testosterone, pathos, it screams power. In reality, he crossed the Alps on a donkey. Even knowing the truth, the painting is still its own experience. Sure, a backstory can enrich or weaken what you see, can explain it, but is not at the core of the art experience. I've spoken to plenty of art historians. Some just don't enjoy Monet. Some are unimpressed by Renaissance art. Others find modern art dull. You can understand a painting perfectly and feel absolutely nothing. You can know nothing and be moved deeply. That tells you what really matters. Art isn't about decoding some hidden meaning. It's about finding your own meaning. Okay, so my dad has this painting. Kinda looks like this one. And I asked him once why he loves it so much. And he said, when I look at those two figures, I always think of my parents. I may have lost them, but they're always with me here. And that's why I love it. Before we explore more how to get art, there's one thing you should know to make it all click, especially with how elitist art can feel. Imagine we're in a museum. All of a sudden you see the portrait of Louis XIV. You look at it, don't think too much of it, and move on to the next. Walking past your betters. Napoleon. What? These lowborns are not getting it. This museum is not a barn. They must be confused. Please, show mercy. They're born to serve, not to think. Shh, everyone. Your arrogance is exhausting. Can you imagine? They walk by as if I'm no masterpiece. Scandalous. Let them have their own taste. Hey, Louis. Yeah, what? You're right. Your palace of Versailles is truly gigantic. Was the old palace too small to fit all your insecurities? Okay, let me make this very clear. No artwork is entitled to your approval. You don't have to bend the knee, kiss the ring. You don't have to like any artwork. Not the Mona Lisa, not the creation of Adam, not Starry Night. It might sound obvious, but it actually changes everything about how you experience art. It gives you the freedom to enjoy your stuff, and not what you're supposed to enjoy. Your art world has only one ruler, and that's you. We often like things less when we feel like we should like them, because the pressure kills the curiosity. Instead of discovering something on your own, you switch into I have to mode. And when everyone says something is incredible, the expectations are high, so high that when you finally marvel at it in person. Is that it? No, that's it. Trust your own heart. You like what you like, and that makes you, you. To get art, you have to make it personal. Begin with works that reflect something in you. For example, if you're into fashion, you'll enjoy John Singer Sargent or Frederick Leighton. Your existing love for style makes it click naturally. If you love nature, artists like Caspar David Friedrich, Thomas Cole or Claude Monet might be your way in. They share the same passion as you. I love dogs, and if you do too, Edwin Landseer will probably win your heart. Into boxing? Check out George Bellows. Fascinated by the Middle Ages? Peter Bruegel has you covered. It's simple. Connect with art through what you already love, crave, or feel. That's your personal access. A painting sticks with you when it mirrors something inside you. Something that takes you back to your childhood, a feeling of comfort and loneliness, a landscape that reminds you of the place you daydream about. We don't find meaning in art, we project it, and that projection comes from within. That personal connection is your first home in art. This artwork is one of my first homes. You might stay here forever, or explore further, until you find the end of your comfort zone. But you'll always have that first home to come back to, where you feel like you belong, and from there, you can go explore again. Okay, let's say you found something you're willing to explore more. But how do you interact with an artwork? There's a million ways, but here are some easy steps. Give it a few seconds and just face it without judgment. Then feel the vibe in general. Is it happy, sad, terrifying, or exciting? You name it. Does the mood match something inside you or how you feel right now? Ask what feels familiar or new, instead of what does this represent? Maybe this scene reminds you of a moment in your life. Or ask yourself, if the painting could speak, what would it say to me? It's all meant to open you up emotionally and make you connect with it. Learning the history and context is helpful, sure, but you won't Fibonacci spiral your way into loving a painting. I mean, how often do you think about the chemistry of an ice cream or the music theory behind your favorite song? You don't. You just enjoy it. If you want, read the label or background info. It can deepen your initial feeling, challenge it, or confirm it. Let's see what it says here. Yeah, as I said, this is completely taken out of context, although it gives context, but yeah, it's more in the soul, you know? The best advice I can give you is this. Don't take art too seriously. Allow yourself to play with an artwork. Getting art is much closer to playing with it like a child than analyzing it like an expert. Honestly, my favorite way to truly get into an artwork is literally getting into it. Sorry, may we? Alright, ready? Summer. Birds chirping, trees rustling. Oh yeah, look back. Hello, my fellow travelers. Isn't this a beautiful day, gentlemen? Oh, sure. Why don't you ask that guy? Hello, enjoying this peaceful summer day? Peaceful day? We've marched 6 days straight. My blisters have blisters. The donkey is about to throw up. The sheep won't move. No, I'm fine. If you don't count starving to death. And that guy has been pointing at us all day. Fed up being ridiculed by sassy horsemen when you just need a bite to eat? Introducing Peasant Feast, a gourmet selection of culinary masterpieces from the world of art. Seafood Platter Supreme, delivered fresh from Delacroix. Hearty soup cans, straight from Warhol's kitchen. And our top seller, the Cubist Cheese Platter, from Picasso's, also available in cubes. Order today and enjoy our famous express delivery. Look, every piece of art is born from the imagination and feelings of another human being. The best way to truly connect with it is to bring your own imagination and feelings to the table. And when it works, something magical happens. You meet the artist halfway, and suddenly you're dreaming together. Art history is a really valuable map. But the real joy of art begins when you start wandering on your own. Art isn't a puzzle you're supposed to solve. It's a conversation you have, sometimes messy, sometimes ridiculous, but always undeniably yours. Learn what you want, pick up what helps, but never feel pressure to decode every brushstroke. Just look, just feel, just play. Let yourself experience art in your own way, because in the end, the meaning that matters most is the one you find for yourself, and that's how you finally get it. Come on. Let's jump into the endless world of art and let it hit us with everything it's got. Let's chase the beauty, the quiet moments, the loud ones, the madness, and make this journey the craziest, most unforgettable time of our lives. If you're ready for another adventure, come join me as we dive into the worlds of Vincent van Gogh or Claude Monet. Or tell me in the comments how you experience art. I would love to hear it. Subscribe for the next journey, leave a like, and until then, enjoy art your way, my friend.